As we come back, let us remind you that at the Post Live, Serling on Saratoga is coming to you live from the Parting Glass Pub in downtown Saratoga and is presented by Naira and Partners. The American Heart Association. Heart disease is the #1 killer of all Americans, yet is 80% preventable. The American Heart Association recommends daily exercise, eating a healthy diet, and getting a physical every year. For information, visit www.heart.org. It's also brought to you by Timeform US. Visit timeformus.com, the site for the modern horse player. And speaking of Timeform US, my friend Mike Beer works for Timeform US. Mike, you were actually one of the few people I know who's winning at one time this meet. Are you still winning at this meet?
I am still not. I'm not going to say I'm winning. I'm not losing. But that's all.
I'm losing. I'm not winning.
I know. That all comes down to, really, though, it's funny because it all comes down to like 2 days of betting up here where I actually did well.
That's always
and
the case.
The other 27 days, I've basically gotten buried.
Yeah, it's been. Let me ask you a question. Why has it been so tough this meet?
I don't know.
Because it's been tough for, I mean, you know, it's easy to admit your own failure. It's the easiest thing in the world, but it feels like a lot of people I'm talking to who are very smart haven't been struggling.
Yeah,
and you and I bet a lot of different horses.
Yeah, I've had the same experience talking to people, though. It's funny. I feel like, like the races are obviously tougher here, but I've, just speaking personally, I've had a lot of horses who I still think ran pretty well, just didn't win. Those horses were winning for me earlier in the year. They're not winning up here, and that when the horses aren't winning, it makes it tough.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure where it is. So here's the question. American Pharoah comes here. Is American Pharoah going to get caught up in the Saratoga thing? I don't believe in that graveyard of champions.
I don't believe in that either. I'm kind of done.
Done trying to beat him? Yeah,
I'm just kind of done trying to beat him. He's better than these horses.
Yes.
Listen, any horse can be had on any given day, and maybe Saturday will be his day. But I'm done betting the races that way.
I don't disagree. I think the question is, you're going to play pick fours. You're going to use somebody else.
Yes.
Who is the somebody else for you?
Yeah, it's funny. I felt like all the way leading up to this race, it was going to be Texas Red. And now the more I look at the race, it's going to be Frosted again. I really feel like if he loses on Saturday, and I don't think he will, but I think if he does, Frosted is the horse that beats him.
I just have trouble seeing Frosted beat him.
Yeah, me too. Well, if you watch the Belmont Stakes, it's tough to envision him beating him because Frosted got a perfect ride and a perfect trip, and he had his shot. I mean, he had a real look at him at the top of the stretch. It wasn't close.
I agree with you. I talked to Rick Violet today. He's leaning towards running Upstart in this race.
Really?
So there's a good chance Upstart will be in there. You know, one thing I'll say is everybody's saying there's no pace in here. I wonder if something goofy might happen.
Yeah, like who would be the one?
I don't know. It's hard looking at it, seeing that happen.
Yeah, I know. I hear what you're saying. I don't know. Yeah, boy, I can't imagine anybody running with this horse early. And if they're smart, and I think they're pretty smart, I think they're going to ride him the same way they rode him in the Belmont. And they're just going to go. And I don't really think anybody's going to want to really go with him early in there.
If he comfortably goes in the first turn with a 2-length lead, that race is basically going to be over. And I think it will be a race where it'll be interesting to see what happens early in the run.
More important, yeah.
The Naira.com King's Bishop.
Always get the sponsor in. Harvey Pack told me that one.
Really?
Always get the sponsor in there.
Really? That's what you learned? Yeah, that's what Harvey... Well, Harvey used the sponsor to buy him dinner his entire life. Right. He never picked up a check because the sponsor always bought him dinner. Who are you liking there? I'm fascinated by that race.
Me too. That's one of the ones I still have to write up later tonight because I still have about 5 hours of work tonight when I get out of here.
Forget about it.
I don't know. I do like Asmussen's horse in there, but I won't be picking him.
Holy Boss?
Yeah, I won't be picking him as the favorite, I don't think. But I do. You
don't think Competitive Edge will be favored in there?
Maybe. I don't. Competitive Edge to me is not a horse that I like even a little bit in that race.
Why? I'm not betting him, but I have him in the mix.
Just because I can't forgive him for his race 2 starts back and what he's doing.
He ran very well in the Haskell.
He ran okay in the Haskell, I guess.
1.8 miles. He's not a 1.8 miles.
No, I know.
I don't know if he's that good.
I don't. That's my problem with him. I don't know if he's that good. His race 2 back to me is unforgivable at a short price. I can't take that horse. I'm interested in some of the more lightly raced sort of. There's a lot of horses stepping up in there who look pretty good. At the top of the list for me right now, and I don't know if I can actually pick this horse, but Mark Cassie's horse down on the rail. I really like that horse.
Really?
Yeah.
It's going to be like 40-1.
Very interested in that horse.
What about Grand Billy?
As the speed, I don't really like him because I think he's a speed down inside with Competitive Edge.
What if he's the speed of the speed?
Maybe he is. I don't think that he is.
I think he's faster than Competitive Edge.
Yeah, he might be. But Asmussen's horse isn't slow, though.
Yeah, what about Mr. Z? What about the combination of the speed of Grand Billy and Mr. Z?
I can't. Yeah, maybe. I can't like Mr. Z.
You don't think it would be great if the Ohio Derby winner won the King's Bid?
I do think. Actually, I do think.
King's Bid.
I actually do think it would be great, but that horse isn't for me.
What about the Forgo?
I like the same horse.
Priority one.
I like the same horse that it sounds like you like in that race. I think Kieran's horse.
Travers. I haven't picked him. I
haven't picked him yet either. But I think to me, he's the only interesting.
What about Slutos Amigos?
I'm a big fan. I'll have him in there somewhere, but I'm not picking him on top. I don't think.
Really?
Yeah. I do like him.
I'm not picking him on top either. I'm
going to use him somewhere.
Because the problem is you need to get those price in there because Flintshire is almost a complete. Flintshire feels like he's almost as big a cinch in the Sword Dancer as American Pharaoh is in the try. What is the Flintshire American Pharaoh double going to pay? Is it going to pay $4?
Yeah, right. $6.20.
No, I like $6.20. I'm in.
I'm
rooting for
Flintshire. He's the kind of favorite I would love to find one horse to play against him though.
Well,
he finds a way to lose races. That horse.
Imagining is my other horse in there.
Yeah.
I think Imagining had a tough trip in there, and I think he's a little bit dangerous in there. Yeah, is there one horse you like on the card? Give some winners to these people.
I can't give
him winners.
I like how everybody sees us in the morning. They give me one. They only want one.
Right.
We can't even provide the one. How about this one? In the Ballston Spa. I know it's not one of the grade ones, and it's after the Travers, so you can't go home right after the Travers.
Who's going home? You won't be able to get out of the place.
How about Coffee Click in the Ballston Spa?
Really?
That's my horse.
Really?
On Saturday, yeah.
The big win in the Penny, Dr. James Penny
I know they
Memorial.
took a step back. Maybe that's a bad sign for her, but they got her back on track.
You know what I like in
there? She got a good trip in that race.
I like this Sophia. The Sophia horse.
Oh, really?
Bill Mott's horse. I think she's going to wire the
all
field.
Right.
If she was my horse, I would send her. I would just send her and hope for the best.
Well, what are they going to do with the horse who's not a rabbit anymore?
Here's what's going to happen with that horse. They're going to decide that she's too good to be a rabbit.
Right.
They're going to rate her, and she won't run well. And they'll realize that the only way she can win is to go to the lead. Because let's face it, this is the year of rating.
That might be the smartest thing you said all meet long.
There haven't been too many smart things coming out of my mouth. It might as well be things before it happens. Stay with us. We come right back. At the Post Live is brought to you by Capital OTB. Watch, wager, and win with Capital OTB.